see. What does it say on there? Are we waiting or whatever? Refresh that. Waiting for ranch. Okay, it's waiting for us. It should be connected.
It might be. Hold on.
It'd be funny.
I know. Hello.
Hold on, let me see. It shows that we're connected, but look, it's live streaming issues. I told you this thing's a mess. Are you kidding me? We're live streaming.
Well, hey.
What the heck's going on here? I'm looking on the phone and we're live streaming, folks.
We didn't even know.
Oh my gosh, we're sorry about that. Here I'm saying all kinds of crazy stuff. I don't know if I'm connected or not. What a mess this is, Jennifer.
We
but
are live.
But this is our first live stream, right? TRN live.
First
So-
live.
Let's talk to the people. You're doing all this stuff over here. What's going on?
It's fun for me, okay?
Okay.
I'm learning this whole deal.
So this is our first live stream.
Okay.
All right. So we're going through all these problems. We've got this mess going. It's a disaster, but we're here.
It's a disaster.
I think now that we've kind of got through it and whatnot, I think we're going to be fine. I'm not sure. I'm hoping we are. So you don't even have the live stream up.
I did, but
Really?
it keeps swirling.
Does it really?
Yeah,
This
it
is
doesn't
so
do anything.
funny. Here, look. You can look at my phone.
Okay.
How's that? So today we're going to talk about homesteading matchmaking or homesteader matchmaking.
That's right.
It's not farmersonly.com.
No. Farmers only.
It's homesteader matchmaking. We're going to talk a little bit about couples DIY.
Yeah.
How we do it, how we got together, how we started doing things. And we even got, all right, it's going to be kind of wild, but our first video that we ever made, we've got that queued up.
Yeah.
So we can kind of do a reaction to that because it is very interesting.
The way we started was very interesting.
Very
Let's just
interesting.
Put it that way.
It was very
Because
interesting.
Will was like, we're just going to do stuff.
All right, well, don't tell people too much about it right now.
Okay.
All right, so we need to talk about like how we got together, right? Everybody, you just think we've been together forever or something, or whatever? We just fell off a truck out here on Highway 80 or something and rolled into the driveway? No, it didn't happen like that.
Okay.
So let's tell everybody kind of how things happen. You give them your rendition of the story.
Okay, so like I had been on Facebook or something. I don't even remember. It was a long time ago, but. Yeah, so I you know how you're flipping through all the different people and Will was kind of.
What are you talking about? Flipping through on Facebook or like on Zeus on Facebook?
You know what? We're not going to go into that many details. You said I could tell my side of the story, so I'm telling it.
Okay, you tell your side of the story.
So you know how you flip through, ladies, right? You're like, okay. Well, that
swipe right, swipe left, swipe some way or the
left.
other.
Yeah, a lot of left swiping. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so with Will, I wasn't sure. I was like,
when you wasn't sure, you were not sure. I had great pictures on there. I had a great description. I had everything about me for the most part.
That's what worried me, really, ladies. Okay, sometimes,
really,
there are good things that happen to you that are a surprise that you don't expect.
Well, no way. You got to go back here and tell people what your thoughts were when you seen my profile. You seen my pictures.
Yeah. I was like, okay, these are really good pictures. Really good. And then I was like
professionally done.
Yeah, and I was like, this doesn't look. You know how your ladies, you're like, okay, what does this guy do? Well, then it was like, I'm an actor, and then I thought, oh, this guy's gonna be like incredibly stuck on himself. I was sorry. But I was like, oh, bro, this guy is going to be totally self-absorbed. And
what are you talking about? I take care of myself like everybody else, you know.
Look, okay, so, hey, Mo. Hey, guys. Hey. I think I know some of these people. Anyway. So,
really? What are they saying to you?
Hey, looking good. Okay. And we didn't even see that because, like,
well, that's why you're supposed to be monitoring that. Finish your story. Okay.
Okay, so he has these pictures.
Talk about me.
And I'm like, okay, yes, he loves them.
Will's head just expands and floats into the sky like a big balloon.
Yes, it does. It's floating away.
All right, go ahead.
So anyway, so when we first met, well, before that, I was looking at his pictures. I was like, okay, this guy like really looks like he's
Don't start pounding on the desk already when you talk.
This thing isn't very
You can go like this, but you can't pound on the desk.
Okay, so I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna meet this guy because everything seems to be right. Everything.
I can verify him. He's not a stalker. He's not a weird guy.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. And so that's part of it.
He's a public figure.
Ladies, you gotta look up your people because these days there's so many weirdos and creeps out there.
Yeah, right.
So you gotta watch out for the weirdos and the creepers.
Yep.
But anyway, so I was really excited because I don't know, we connected. We talked on the phone a lot. Like we did
a lot.
Tons of, and I had at that time I had never done like FaceTime or anything. Like I was totally not into.
How can you not do FaceTime?
You've
got an iPhone. Why don't you do FaceTime?
Do you remember this? Do you remember way back in the day?
Yeah.
And you were like, "Hey, can I FaceTime you?" And I was like,
"Yeah, because I want to see this person. I see your pictures, but I want to see you." Right.
And I was like, "Oh, I really don't like FaceTime because." At that time, I don't know. Has anybody else gone through this, or is it just me? Like, back in the day, and I don't even think we still do. Well, we do FaceTime sometimes.
We live in the same house.
Yeah, even if we call each other sometimes.
Yeah, I get a phone call. Hi, well, I'm in the other room. Why don't you just come and say hello?
Hello, everybody.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was interesting. We decided we wanted to meet, and it was really cool because I was like, look, Will, I have got so many problems going on the homestead right now. I mean, I have major, it was after the freeze. There was a big...
Of 2021, the major freeze here in Texas.
And I was like, seriously, Will, I have got bigger fish to fry. I've got big problems. And he was
You're
like...
supposed to go on a date with me.
Yeah, he's like, you're supposed to be going on a date with me. I was like, look, I love that idea, but like, I've got no water. I've had no water now for like a couple of weeks. The electricity wasn't working. A lot of my stuff had fried, like electrical wise. Yeah. I had all kinds of issues, and I didn't really know the significance of how bad things were, where the leaks were really at exactly.
Burst pipes.
But I'm
everywhere.
talking about like well breakage, like literal.
Yeah, a lot of your PVC pipes that were coming out of your well were cracked and broken, and things were leaking, even by the RV and different things.
Everything that water was supposed to go to had sprung a leak and cracked and broke.
Yay.
And
isn't that fun? You know, you get the water in the walls, you get the mold going on, you get all kinds of great stuff.
Nightmare, people, nightmare.
So I mean...
So I got into survival.
What about the date, you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to the date, you know, and you've got all these issues.
I know. He was... And so I was like,
got a lot of issues going on.
So then I was like, I don't know what to do. And so you said, do you remember what you said?
Well, initially what we planned on doing was meeting up at like a Starbucks or something like that. Go get a cup of coffee or whatever. It's daytime, right? It's middle of the day.
We wanted to meet at a coffee place. Yes. T was at public school at the time.
So we decided that we'd meet up in the Walmart parking lot and then go over to Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, I mean, you said you had like what was it? Either a blue or a gray truck.
Yeah.
You said blue, I think, didn't you?
Well, it's blue-gray.
Yeah, so I'm looking
like
around.
It's like gunmetal blue.
It's not blue. It's like gray.
It is.
So finally we spotted each other. And over at Starbucks, it was busy. You know, you got the lines going around the block and all this crap. And we were like, screw that, because it was around lunchtime.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
it was really busy, really busy.
So I was like, all right, let's do this. Let's go look at your pipes.
Yeah. And I was like...
Really? Did that sound right? Let's go check out your pipes.
That's a good thought.
But
it was a really good idea. And I was like, yes, let's go look at them because...
Yeah, let's do DIY
it's a
stuff.
nightmare.
Let's figure some things out. Well, yeah, because I had a good friend that does plumbing and whatnot.
Yes.
And I'm thinking to myself, well, you know, if you're not doing so well with the guy that's been trying to fix things, whatever, I know a guy that's really good.
There are so many bad contractors out there, folks. So watch out for those.
So we do it ourselves now. No.
Yeah.
So what are some of your experience with some of these contractors? They charge too much.
They charge too much.
Take too long.
Take too long. They charge too much. They take too long, and they don't do quality work. So they end up having to come back and require more time and more money to fix something that they did not fix properly.
Weren't you getting charged like a crazy amount of money just for them to come out here each time?
Yes,
so that's quite a racket, you know.
Well, yeah.
I don't fix it really good the first time, so I got to come back each time and charge like $100 every time I show up on the property, and then charge you for the work as well.
The first guy that did it, that's what he was like. He was like, yeah, well, if I have to come back out there, it's a long drive, so I'm gonna have to really charge.
Well, damn! If you fix the damn thing right the first time, you wouldn't have to come back now, would you? What is wrong with these people? Well,
they come up with some interesting.
Oh yeah. Nice pretty lady.
I can't get the. You know how this goes,
yeah,
right?
Nice pretty ladies. You got some work needs to be done. Oh yeah. We'll go see if we can get her to pay a lot of money for all these things, and we're gonna. It's like when you go to an auto mechanic, they come up with all kinds of crazy things that are wrong with your vehicle.
Yes, it's like we gotta fix that Johnson rod.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Johnson rod. Everybody's got to fix that piece.
Hey, let's see what some of the folks are saying here. Let's
see.
Is there anybody that has any questions? If you have any questions or anything, if you have any comments about dating or whatever.
I don't know, but what is the bench? That was when we were talking about that. I think this bench thing is a fireplace, but it's like a corner fireplace, and so it's like this little, like a ledge.
Yeah,
but you did fix this too.
Yeah, I made it so it always is in the upright position. That way we can set things on top of it.
So it's a little more stable, which is good.
Yes, there's a DIY project that we got into a little bit.
There are so many things that we have fixed on this property. It's crazy. Like everything seems to have broken at some point.
But that's how we got together in the beginning. And I did end up getting my plumber out here, and he did a good job fixing all your issues and didn't charge you an arm and a leg.
No, and it was well done. It fixed it, and it was a huge relief. And so, like, for us just meeting and coming together, it was very awkward for me because I had a larger property, and I had a lot to fix, and it was just me and my son T. So it was just us, and it was a lot. And so and I was a widow at the time, so it was hard for me. And a lot of the things I didn't have to fix because I would handle like the finances and all the other things, and so the fix it things weren't addressed as well as they should be because I was not the one that knew how to fix everything.
Well, fortunately, I came along and I basically don't know anything about fixing anything. You know, my dad was a great mechanic. He had his own repair shop. He had a automotive repair shop, and then later on he had automotive and small engine. Then mainly he did a lot of small engine repairs. But he could do anything. He could fix things. He could build things. He could do what, like, you know, a lot of guys back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, they could do a lot of different things, you know. But since my dad could do all that, I didn't have to do anything. He did everything, right?
Right. I think a lot of kids grew up that way, where they might have had a parent that did something, and they might have inadvertently learned some things just by like watching or hanging out with their parent, but weren't necessarily like taught the business.
Well, your dad was a jack of all trades as well. He built your house.
Yeah, my dad was a homesteader. I was a homesteader's daughter. And he, like, specifically, my mom is like this teeny tiny little person. Not a little person, but like really little. And
you're a little person.
Yeah, like me.
That's, I mean, that's the most politically correct way to say that. Yeah, you're a little person.
She's tiny. And so my dad had made everything in this ranch home that I grew up in, like her size. So everything was like, she's like, can I have the cabinet shorter? And can I have this? And he was like, okay, I'll build the cabinet shorter. So like everything was reachable, and like she could organize really well.
Well, that's pretty awesome, because that took a lot of skill. He designed it and built it, right?
Yes. So, and it was a beautiful ranch style property with like 20 acres. And I'm from Michigan originally, so it was by the river, and it was just beautiful. Like I grew up, doing everything. We had chickens, we had cows, we had pigs, we had goats.
Did you go to school with, like, you smelled like animals?
I don't think so.
I remember some folks that were farmers where I'm from. I'm from upstate New York, and you know, there's people that had mucks and whatnot. And yeah, if they had to work there, if they were farmer type,
there were people that did.
You could smell them.
Yes, you could, especially. Well,
I mean, did you guys ever do that? Do you guys ever have that problem? You know, or have that thing where, you know, you had friends that were farmers or whatever, and they just had that smell of the farm.
You carry it with you.
You carry it with you no matter where you go. Yeah.
If you're not careful, if you don't like change your clothes or like wash up really good, you're gonna
look at this. Hey, I can actually look at some of the chats as well, Jennifer.
Good.
I'll put my nerd glasses on here. Let me see. I can pop out the chat and I'll bring it right over here.
Oh wow,
it's so wild. Okay, there we go. Oh, good. Everybody's telling us hi.
I know.
Hope you guys are doing well.
That means it's working, which is good, because it was tough.
Yeah. Thanks.
Our first time, guys. Sorry.
It was a mess. It's funny because all that was recorded. You know, me talking.
Well,
I hope I didn't cuss. Was I cussing?
I don't think so. You didn't throw anything? No, I'm just kidding.
Come on, Jennifer. We got to hurry up and do this thing. Everybody's waiting on us. And then when we get going here, we can't even get on, you know. But we are on.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it. And I'm like looking down and doing stuff.
So it's exciting.
Goof. Yeah, I'm a goof.
We did it.
Oh, okay. Let's do this. I'm going to see if this works, you know, because I'm like afraid to do anything now because I goofed up in the beginning, but I'm going to try to redeem myself.
Okay, redeem yourself.
Yeah, I'd like to show some of our video.
Show.
The very first video that we ever did.
Yeah, because we were talking about this the other day, and we were like, remember way back in the day, and I was like, okay, Will, go ahead, put it up. I'll talk, but.
I'm going to play a little bit, then you comment afterward.
Okay.
That way, because.
Oh yeah, I know.
Because you'll talk over everything.
It won't look right. Yeah, that's true.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. All right, so we're going to bring up, this is the first video we ever did. And I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory. Jennifer was nervous about doing the video. She apprehensive. You're not.
That's an understatement. Yeah, well, I was like, first of all, I was like that. Well, when we talked about it, I was like, that is literally the dumbest thing I have ever heard.
I told you, we're going to walk around and you just say stuff.
That's what he said.
Do things and say stuff.
He said, hey, we're just going to walk around and you can just talk.
Just talk.
Just talk.
You know, that's great, right? That's good direction, isn't it, folks? Just talk. Just say stuff.
And I was like, this is literally going to be the dumbest thing ever.
All right. Now, I'm going to start playing it now, and we're gonna do a little reaction to some of the things that are going on, and let us know what you guys think as well. This is our very first video, and we've done a lot of videos since then. So
yeah,
let's take a look and see what we got going on here.
Let's take a look-see.
Take a little look-see here. Okay, I'm gonna try to start this right here. Boom. Okay. And
which one is it? Oh, that.
The Billy Goat. Yeah, the Billy Goat one.
Oh, yeah.
Best one ever.
I was like, why did you title it that? Look, there's no way for me to describe the differences in opinions that me and Will have. It is what it is.
All right. Let's go here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look, folks.
Billy Goats.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode.
Oh, this
of
was nice, though. I like
Today,
this.
we're going to Billy Goat some weeds. I'm going to pull weeds with my teeth. No, with gloves. Cool. So that's what we're gonna do.
Oh my God.
All right, folks. So, like right off the bat, you can see that I look a little heavier.
Oh yeah.
You
had some weight on you then, I think.
But the thing is, my weight goes up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Depending on how much I work out, how much I eat, all this other stuff. So I never get like too out of whack where I'm huge, and I never get to where I'm super skinny.
Right.
I'm always like hovering.
Yeah.
You know. So there we go.
So there you go.
All right, here we go. Let's get back to the video here, folks. All right, here we go.
We're gonna clear out a spot where hopefully one day we could put some workout stations and maybe a little walking trail around there and whatnot.
I tested it out. I think it's going to be great.
She tested it out.
I did test
so
it
it's
out.
got to be great, folks. All right, we'll see ya.
There's an old intro there.
I know.
That's
It's
funny.
so twangy.
What's happening is the trees growing into the house.
Okay, so as you guys can see, look a little bit different, and it was funny. We had a lot of plans for the wildflower pasture over there. We're going to put workout stations in and all that sort of thing because at the time we had some stuff going on where that would be it kind of makes sense to have some workout stations.
Right, but things don't always go the way that you think they're going to.
Plans change, right? But we know we needed to get those dang weeds out of there and trim some branches and stuff.
There were so many maintenance needs on the property that it was overwhelming for me. It was too much, and I was like, I'm not sure I can take care of these things. I don't know, which. I kind of figured which one was order. Hey, I need water. That would be important. So that was one of the things I wanted fixed is running water. So there has been a lot of challenges and a lot of things that will not only in our relationship, but we learned to work together, and he was willing to be a part of it, which was kind of weird.
Like a partner in crime sort of thing?
Yeah. Like a partner in in something that was it could have been super intimidating for you. It could have been I'm not gonna mess with that crap, or I don't want to get involved, or a million different things.
Right. Well, one of the things that I talked about earlier is that I didn't really have a lot of the skills initially to really get into some of the DIY, the maintenance and whatever. One thing I did do is a couple of years ago, I actually thought about living in a tiny home, building one, and that sort of thing. I know you guys have seen some of the shed to house renovations that people do. They'll go down to Lowe's or Home Depot and get a shed or some other tiny house manufacturer.
Yeah.
And they'll have a shed. Boom, you go ahead and put all the interior in it, the plumbing, all that other stuff.
You get a shell. You
get a shell.
Yeah, you get a shell.
And that was my goal. I wanted to do that. So what I did in preparation, I went ahead and got a job at a box store. I went down to the Home Depot and got a job.
Home Depot.
I was like, they supply all these tool,
It's
equipment and,
it was smart.
materials and all this stuff for DIY projects. if I go there and work, I might be able to learn some stuff, talk to some contractors, figure some things out. And actually, I did. I worked in the paint department, and but you get to learn a lot of other departments as well. You get to learn a little bit about hardware and plumbing and all that sort of stuff. But I did get a chance to talk to a lot of contractors.
Yeah, I bet.
So I could pick their brain.
They're in there getting their stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and of course, it's kind of rough for me. I'm not a morning person, but I did it. I would get there first thing at like 5 in the morning, start the shift. Contractors would be coming in at like around 6 o'clock or so. And then, it was a perfect time because there wasn't hardly a bunch of people in the store. I could stand there and ask them some questions about painting, about exterior painting, interior painting, whatever, how to match paint, all these different things. And I learned a lot from the Home Depot.
That's so good.
And it got me excited.
Yeah.
But so that kind of actually gave me a jump start into these sort of things, these projects and whatnot that we're doing. But it still was pretty hard, because I'm learning things, I'm over 40. So, and I haven't done a lot of these things.
That's true. And,
we're
not youngsters anymore. But with that being said,
Speak for yourself.
We are very, you just got done saying that. I'm just repeating what you said in a different way.
I gotcha.
All I'm saying is with age comes wisdom.
Okay.
Which we have.
I think we're looking younger all the time.
Look,
here, I'm putting that video back on. Hold on, folks. You take a look. I think we're getting younger as the years go on. We've been together for 2 years.
Really?
Yeah. Well, let's find out. Let's see if I'm telling the truth here. Ready? Let's check this out.
Oh my word! I was sweating like crazy that day.
House and whatnot after a while. It also creates wasps' nests.
I'm like mumbling stuff in the background. You can barely hear me.
I think you're doing
funny
good.
Games until you get stung by about 15, 20 wasps.
Yeah, it's all fun games.
And Jennifer, go to town.
You need to get some of the high ones.
Yes.
I'm not saying that you're height challenged.
I am definitely vertically challenged.
Okay. I'll get a few of those for you.
So that's the stuff Jennifer had to do right there, folks.
This is the only bridge I want to keep, so
It was ridiculous.
I would prefer.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one thing. One thing,
I'll get it for
guys.
you. Here,
Okay.
I'll take that. You take the camera. We'll trade.
Yes, I jumped in. And then, let's see.
It actually.
Oh, yeah, we're going to go to that in a second. Let me see. Boom. Switch this off. Bam. See, I'm gonna figure out these controls and be really good at them.
Yeah, he will be really good at it.
Yeah. So yeah, you see Jennifer was, trimming some branches and everything, and that's the stuff that she had to do all the time, before I got here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot.
makes you strong though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
She's really strong. Look, she's got some guns. Yeah.
Well, I do. Whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So it was challenging. I mean, obviously I can do grunt work. I can cut down things. I could move brush. I can pick things up and set them down. Like a champion.
He picks things up and puts them down.
But actually, YouTube has been a really valuable tool when it comes to DIY projects.
Really good at that. I don't even know why I'm on here right now, folks. It's his fault.
Oh my god. But yeah. So no, I've used YouTube as my tutorial for doing a lot of different DIY projects. It's helped out a lot. I figured things out, and now I know tools.
Yeah, he's really organized.
I know tools now, folks.
He knows how to use them. And what I really like this is a huge thing, is that he'll show me how to do it too, which I think there's a lot of relationships, if we're going kind of back to the relationships and homesteading and stuff. Sometimes, one person's doing one thing and the other person is doing other things, and they don't ever come together, or they both have known how to do the same things for so long that they've been working together. Now for us, we didn't know each other that well, and we didn't know each other's skills, and we were just trying to come together, and then we kind of found out, no, we don't really have the same kind of skill set, but then we really just loved each other a lot. And so we were like, we can come together on the other stuff.
Hey, Bo said she's 29.
Woo!
That
I'm holding.
29 plus. But
29
we won't
forever.
you retire. It's pretty good. 29 years old.
Yeah, exactly. But
actually, Bo does a lot of stuff, so that's pretty good.
Thanks, Bo.
Yeah, Bo, you crush it. So I was out there with Skylar and stuff, taking care of the dog, doing things there, and hanging out. Yeah, works hard. Always worked hard.
Yeah.
So I aspire to be as hard of a worker as Bo.
Some people really rock.
Yeah.
And so we give you guys kudos. You guys that are going out there and doing stuff that's super hard, keep doing it, because you're inspiring somebody out there. You're helping somebody. Yeah, even if it's just a smile.
It's speaking helpful. Of taking limbs down and trees down and stuff like that, I remember Bo one time, he was taking a tree down limb by limb, breaking them, boom, boom, break them until it just got rid of the whole tree. That was the most amazing ingenuity that I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's amazing.
All
guys.
we could have just got a dang chainsaw and zipped it. That's okay. I guess it was fun to pull those down.
Yeah.
There you go.
It
But no, we do a lot of stuff here, and like I said, we use YouTube, for a lot of suggestions, a lot of input on what we're doing.
Like, we're always working on stuff. I want to interject something really fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Go for it, Jennifer.
I'm just working on, I don't know if you guys do this, but I love little survival ideas.
Are you trying to say something about my breath right now?
No, not at all. I'm talking about survival kits. See these?
They say Altoids. How come they're not camo? How can they be survival kits?
We are going to make these into our little survival kits.
We're going to repurpose them?
Yes, because these fit in your pocket so nicely. And I just think that you could fit like little hooks in here, little like paracord, like a small amount that you cut up and then just wind up.
I could fit my knife in there.
A small flint, a very small knife, and a little compass, a little magnifying glass for fire starting. You could do like little paper. You could even whittle out, this sounds dorky, but whittle out a little pencil. Like, I get crazy with survival stuff, and I think it's just because, the widow thing, and then just kind of like, you're in like this survival mode. And so you're like, I don't know. Like, I'm always thinking about that kind of stuff. And so these things are great.
A knife, you can fit that in there.
That is cute. Where did you get that?
I had that here.
That's perfect. Okay, you guys, I need more of these. Oh,
hey, now.
That is perfect. You guys, check this out.
Baby knife. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Look how that fits in there. Oops. There. How come Yeah. Look at that, guys. It's so teensy. And, you want a knife or a little scissors, even if it's like a little sewing scissors. But, yeah, I know I haven't filled it up, and I don't have everything in it, and I don't have a list with all my stuff in it. But I want you guys to know that I'm working on lots of things, like raised garden beds. Have you guys seen our shorts? Go look, check them out. We're doing a raised garden bed.
I should play one of these shorts is what I should do.
I know. Oh, I love this thing. I need more of these. Okay, I'm all crazy about that now.
I know, you're out of control.
I know.
But that's okay. You're usually out of control. Let's go back.
I got these little compasses and these little magnifying glasses to go in there too.
Okay.
For fire starting.
So you got a nice little
a pocket-sized survival kit you could take with you wherever you go.
A pocket-sized survival kit.
Yes, in an Altoids tin.
Altoids.
It's perfect.
So Altoids, if you ever want to sponsor some survival tins, actually, if they start making them right now, they owe us money.
The problem is
they owe us money if they do.
You got to use electrical tape around them so that you seal them good.
Oh my gosh,
but
sounds like a mess.
It's not a mess. It's genius.
It's genius.
It's really good.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a little bit more of our video here. Check this out, folks. Let me see. See, I'm working this okay right now. Boom. Hit that. Look at that. Just like a pro.
It feels like you're not even wearing a shirt, which is kind of odd, but it's very light, it's comfortable, it's cool, and it's good stuff. Gloves, if you're grabbing a hold of things, carrying stuff, whatever, protect your hands a bit.
Hold on for a
If
second.
you're like Jenny, if you
Hold on for a second. So, am I experiencing like heat exhaustion? Do you hear like I'm I think it was really hot that day. I was maybe losing my mind. My
Well,
brain
you
cells are
know,
getting
we
fried.
have done things differently now too. We have done a thing where we mow it.
Yeah, all that's mowed.
We mow all of it.
But
now.
why did we pull those weeds to begin with?
Because we wanted the wildflowers to come up in that area, and so we wanted to get rid of all of the like tall, spindly, weedish type stuff, the brush, and we want it just to be all wildflowers. And
Yeah.
so if you have these spindly things in there, it just isn't as pleasing.
And what kind of wildflowers do we have back there?
The Indian blanket. So
And we had those verbena ones, and what was that? The Queen Anne's lace or something.
yes,
And we had dandelions, of course, too. And
right.
pink primrose.
Beautiful flowers, guys. Some purple ones too. I don't know. We did.
That's the verbena.
Luckily, though, we didn't have any bluebonnets
What do you mean? Luckily, it's a Texas thing.
because you
Why
can't
don't-
mow them.
What? What do you
Yeah.
mean you can't mow them? I'll run right over those things with a zero turn.
Accidentally, you will.
You can't mow. So when they come up, is you can't mow them. So when they're along the side of the road in somebody's field or whatever, you can't mow.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Bluebonnets?
It's
Oh my.
something. in
I didn't.
Texas.
I mean, I heard that, but I didn't know if that was like 100%. You can't ever mow them if
There's
it's on
a
your
lot
property.
of strange rules and regulations and laws. The world is getting very strange right now.
All right, calm down. They're gonna cancel our channel out here if you keep going with that stuff.
Okay.
You get out of control.
That was very mild. Very.
Right. No, so if you notice in the video as well, we're out there and it's pretty hot. It's in the 80s and I think it's humid. If I'm not mistaken, it was pretty warm, wasn't it that
Yeah,
day? Like
yeah.
high 80s, maybe 90. And
It was ridiculous.
I know
Humid.
it's funny. Well, it wasn't funny, but about 3/4 of the way through or whatever, you were like, "I got to go in and eat." I'm like,
Yeah.
why is she so adamant about going in and eating? But I later found out, what time does Jenny eat every day?
Like around 1 or 2.
Right.
Sometimes.
And that's the only time you eat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So I get like by the time it's that time, I'm like starving. Like I'm really hungry, especially if I'm doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, whoa, like I really need to. So
Well,
it was a time.
Yeah, so it was really important actually to get back in. And
But I think it's really important to do these like intermittent fasting. And I do the fasting every day. And it works great to keep your weight really like perfect, like a perfect weight all the time.
yeah, it works good.
And you know, your body gets used to that too. And it actually, I think, prefers it in a lot of respects. Because if your body is constantly having to digest food because you're eating a meal or eating a snack or eating, it's too much. Like your body needs a break from that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, my understanding of nutrition and when to eat, all this kind of stuff, was to speed up your metabolism. People would have you eat like 4, 5, 6 times a day, like smaller meals.
Yeah, I remember.
Wasn't that the big thing?
It was the big thing. I think even my mom, I can't get my mom to do that, like
Really?
the whole fasting thing. No, she says no. I can't. I have to stop.
Your mom's gonna watch this. She's like, I don't talk like that, Jennifer.
Okay, you're right.
Do I have that sort of
no,
tonality in my voice?
No,
Talk through my nose?
no, she doesn't.
All right, you better be nice to your
So
mom.
she would be like, I can't do that. And
Right.
I'd say, yeah, you're right. Because she, you know, some people, I mean, I know there's diabetics and all of that. There are
Yeah.
people out there that have certain regimens, and that is up to you. And you know, if you're going with your holistic person or your doctor or whatever. But
I mean, I found out intermittent fasting helps out quite a bit. I used to watch this one guy, Keno Body, Greg O'Gallagher, and he would talk about intermittent fasting where he wouldn't eat till, I want to say, 1 or 2 o'clock.
Okay.
And he would eat up until like, I don't know. He'd actually ate more than one meal, but he would eat up until like 11 o'clock at night, but then wouldn't eat till 2 o'clock the next day.
Okay.
So yeah, he had quite a few hours there that he didn't eat at all, but it seemed to work for him. He was pretty ripped and everything, but he's probably on roids.
I think a lot of people.
I don't know if he's watching. Sorry, Greg. He probably not. Maybe.
But maybe.
Yeah. But as we get older, I mean, you got to do different things. You know, you got to try to stay healthy and stay in shape. You want to exercise more.
Yeah.
You don't have to go like full like 2-hour workouts, 2.5-hour workouts, even though you can. But it's these days, if you do like half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, that's plenty fine enough.
Yes. As long as you're just getting your metabolism up the first thing in the morning before you eat or drink anything, if you just like, take a walk outside or you step on the treadmill for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Something very simple. It just starts your metabolism going. And
yeah, it gets you going.
The rest of the day, your metabolism is higher than it would be. So that whole time, because you just did that tiny little, workout.
What happens when you can't get up in the morning?
You don't lose a lot of weight.
I do my best. Sometimes I do okay. Other times I'm just terrible. But I mean, there's times where I stay up till 3 or 4 working on things or whatever.
I know. I've talked to a lot of people. If they do sleep in, I've had it for myself too, personal experience, that you don't lose as much on the days that you sleep in.
Yeah, you're 100% right. I know that when I can get up at like 9:30, 9 o'clock, I tend to lose more weight. So I need to start doing that again. Because lately I've been getting up a little bit later. But anyway. Oh, let's get back to the video. We got off track here, folks. What, you trying to say I'm off on a tangent again?
Yes.
I know,
that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Watch a little bit of this. All right. Switch over. Boom.
Tend to grab poison ivy. It's good to have some kind of protection on your hands.
Yes, it's a good idea to wear gloves.
That is true.
And long sleeves.
You put me on the scale right there. I'm like 196.
You know what's crazy though? We aren't supposed to talk over this. Is that right?
So,
yeah, we have to wait a
which
minute.
is a blessing.
Yeah,
That's good stuff.
that is true.
The only thing I'm not immune to is the allergens that are here in Texas. Allergies kick.
All right, so yeah, there's a little bit more of us doing our first video, and it was fun. Now, Jennifer, when it comes to making videos and whatnot, you're apprehensive. You didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And for a long time, you still didn't want to do them. I'm having to drag you kicking and screaming across the YouTube finish line here. But, I mean, how do you feel about YouTube now? Like, and if a couple were to start their own channel, I mean, what advice could you give them as far as like, their attitude and
I think there's a lot of positives from it. I think if you're a person who has a marathon idea of a result and you can run a marathon, then YouTube is a way to go.
Right.
Because it is definitely a marathon.
What? We haven't made $1 million yet. We've got 4,000 subscribers. I mean, we're on the road to financial freedom here. It takes time.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how people do it that are, these, maybe they just grind.
We grind. It's every day, bro.
10 years and 20 years and it takes that long. And that
20,
could be.
You're now you're getting
all I'm saying is it takes a really, 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 really long time.
It depends on your patience level.
Okay,
here,
guys.
Where you're at.
How much patience do you guys have? Okay, because
they have more than a gnat. I would imagine.
Let's think about our kids. Okay, we say, hey, wait a minute. I'll let you use your iPad in a minute or your phone.
Mm-hmm.
How many people have really patient kids? And we are.
Are you saying you have the same patience as a kid?
What I'm trying to say is,
that's what I'm hearing.
Most people's patience could be improved upon.
Whatever.
Anyway, including my own.
So
by far.
yes. If you're impatient, then it takes a while to really build up your channel, to learn how to video. You know, you got to
See,
learn.
I can't even do all that.
Right.
So if he wasn't doing it, I wouldn't be doing it. I mean, I don't think. I'd probably be doing shorts.
Dragging you.
No, I do shorts. I like shorts.
Yeah,
That's
you're good at great. Well, actually, you're great at making shorts.
And that's what I would not edit anything. I'm not bad at making music and stuff like that.
You're very good at making. A lot of our music's been produced by Jennifer. So
yeah,
on our longer videos. So,
but I don't have fancy equipment. I don't have time for it.
Right.
And you know, I wrote a book though.
What does that have to do with YouTube? What does that have to do with YouTube?
Along with it.
You are going all over the place.
So here's the books, because our title is called Homesteader and Matchmaking.
What does that have to do with YouTube?
And
really
starting YouTube. This is the book from my dad. This is like a big deal. I don't know if you can see it.
Your dad gave you that book, right?
Yeah, this is a good book. If you want to learn how to homestead and you haven't done it, that was a book that my dad gave me, and he had all of his own notes in it, and it really helped me. So I think you can find it. It's kind of pricey now, maybe. Good.
It's worth it though. It's like how many trips to McDonald's does that cost about?
Oh, it's not that bad.
No, not
I can't. How come I cannot get this to come into? The
I don't know. They don't know where to. They can go down below and they can click.
That's my book, and I wrote that book only because of Will's inspiration. But it tells our whole entire story, how we met, and it talks about like the whole, like, basically how we got together, how homesteading has kind of been the roots return for us. It ties everything together so that you can kind of see the full spectrum of everything that is the ranch network and how we came together.
How we came together, the whole
it's
story,
the whole story
right
and
there.
it's got such good information in it.
I think it's great because the information that's in there, I mean, obviously it pertains to homesteading and whatnot, but it also pertains to relationships, faith, and a lot of other things as well.
Yeah, a lot of things that are going on in the world today. And so it really reaches you to your heart and your core.
Yeah.
And it's so influential. And people need encouragement and hope, and they need to feel that, you know, sometimes life can be overwhelming, and a lot of people, if they're sick or if they have, you know, people that are, you know, not doing so well, it gets hard. It can be straining on people and relationships. Yeah. So this book really kind of takes you to a different space. And my mom said it's motivating. She's like, when I read it, it motivates me. So
What's your mom? What's she gonna say?
She's gonna tell me it. Yeah, she'll tell me.
She will tell you. It's terrible, Jennifer.
Sucks. He really does.
I don't.
No,
she'll critique
my spelling.
Really?
She's like an English person.
Yeah. As far as critiquing stuff, I think you got that from your mom. Yeah.
So she'll be.
Well, that's good though.
Honest.
But yeah, so Jennifer was able to, you know, write a book. I wrote one before. I wrote some other stuff, but it's actually a really good idea to take what you're doing, what you've done, or whatever, something that's interesting in your life, and put it down in a book. You know, so the cool thing is, not only she wrote a book, but we created this YouTube channel. We're documenting our journey through life, sort of the DIY, the homesteading, you know, process. It's really cool because you can go back to our earlier videos and see how far we've come as far as maybe our craftsmanship on how we do things, you know, all these different things, and you can see how everything's kind of transformed around here. You know, I mean,
there is a huge transformation, and it's made it so it's manageable. And I don't know how, if you guys understand what I'm saying, but just having a property that's manageable makes it pleasant. Otherwise, if it's not manageable, like you could have all the acreage in the world, but if you can't like manage it, it's a nightmare.
It's terrible because of course you'll be pulling your hair out, but you'll also spend a lot of money if you have to hire people to come in and do those sort of things, like cut the grass, trim things, do work, whatever. Right. But again, we've used YouTube as you know, a source for knowledge, and now we can do a lot of these things ourselves, and the better we get at them, whether it be fixing something or doing maintenance or whatever. It doesn't take as long, and we can go in and knock it out, which saves money, saves time, all that sort of stuff. It's really good.
It is really good.
Yeah, we're learning how to do stuff and things.
Things and stuff.
Things and stuff. Yeah. So no, I've really enjoyed the process. It's been hard at times, but you don't get anywhere by having it easy. You don't.
That's true.
You don't
it
progress.
is your struggles that define you. So when you have a challenge, when you have a memory or something that was a struggle for you, coming out on the other side, it's your strength. So your challenge, your troublesome time becomes what propels you and gives you the strength to do the next thing.
Yeah. And
you use those memories as your stronghold so it can propel you to the next level.
Yeah, mentally and physically strong, I'm telling you. And by doing a lot of work around here, you can actually get in pretty dang good shape.
Yes, that's true too. You stay... Well, that's what the human body was made for, right?
Work.
Yes.
Not to sit around playing video games and stuff.
We're hunters and gatherers. That's what we are.
That's right.
That's what they say.
And I think the last couple years, just being together, I've gotten healthier over those last 2 years, to be honest with you. Through nutrition, love and affection, and just going outside, working, doing all these things. I feel, younger most of the time.
And that's a big deal too, guys, in relationships. You got to work on your relationships. You got to work on being, growing the love between each other.
Yeah.
Take some time. It's hard because you got animals now. Probably people got tons of livestock and they've got gardens and they've got all this stuff going on. Well, maybe not. I don't know, but
some people do. Homesteaders do. They got a lot of livestock.
Yes, so they have to take care of stuff. A lot of their time gets spread thinly, but take some time to put time and effort into your kids and into your family members, and realize that those people, even though sometimes it's hard, those people are the ones that are going to stick by you. Yeah. Through the thick and the thin.
Quite a few projects that we do, and especially for the channel, we work on them together.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and that's what we would encourage other couples to do as well. Is work on things together. Try your best. Sometimes it's not easy.
Every project doesn't take 2 people or 3 people or whatever, 4 people, 10 people. Sometimes you can do something on your own, and that's fine. But if you can incorporate people into a few of the projects, it makes it better. It's team building. It's camaraderie. You build that strong family.
And you don't have to necessarily, sometimes I'll be digging a hole somewhere and he'll be working on, lifting giant beams or something, or drilling something or mowing or whatever. So, but we're always like, hey.
Hello. Which is kind of nice because if you don't do that kind of thing, don't see each other all day long, even though you're on the same property, it's like it creates, it's like that. Gap.
It's a distance between emotional distance.
Yeah.
Right?
It's good when you can say, hey, oh, I'm thinking about you. Hey, I see you over there. Cool.
I know. And it just makes you smile. See, when we did that, you guys, we love you.
Hey, you're getting a lot of hate. You're a little overly friendly there.
Oh, brothers.
No, it's true. It's good to definitely see what's going on. I mean, even if it's just to come over and visit for me. I like when she stops out at the workshop and says hi to me or whatever.
Yeah.
I could show you what I'm doing and
exactly
whatnot. Showing you the cutting board I've been working on for 2 months. That sort of
thing. Reminds me. Check these out. These are the black walnut, and they are beautiful.
Yeah.
How come I can't do this?
There you go.
Oh, guys, and these
shiny.
are so thick. They're not perfectly even. But we're working on that.
So we got some giant black, they're huge black walnut trees out here in the side.
These are beautiful.
And we've had to cut branches down. Some branches fell. We've had to cut them up or whatever. We could use that stuff for firewood, but it's a beautiful, rich wood, and it looks great in woodworking projects. So I was like, you know what?
It's beautiful.
I'm working on my skills. Sometimes my stuff is terrible. It looks terrible, but it's getting better.
I like it.
But I was able to, take a couple branches, cut them up a little bit, and make these cool coasters. They're kind of nice. I mean,
they're beautiful.
They're for us. We're not.
Yeah,
it's not
and
like I'm selling them or
they're
nothing.
super large. Like, look, if you see this,
They're massive.
And you see like the size. I love the size.
Yeah. But yeah, I just cut those up and put some poly on them. Sanded them first. Put some poly on them.
No, we don't have these big sawmills and everything that all these people that have these giant forests are taking all this stuff. We don't have that.
All that stuff.
But
right now.
he's learning, and he hasn't shown me this stuff yet. But Will has taken the time to learn a lot about how to modify safely the saw.
Yeah, just you gotta. Sometimes you gotta be creative, and how you get things done. And there's so many guys out there that do woodworking and whatnot. You could pull up different videos, and there's a wealth of knowledge out there.
Yeah, such cool things.
Yeah, and then there's also I'm gonna mispronounce this, but it's Udemy, UDEMY, and it's online training. And so I learned how to make walls, to frame up walls and stuff on that. It was like $10 for the course or whatever.
That's so cool, though.
Yeah, and what they do is they have like different contractors and stuff go on there and share their knowledge and put together a little course, and you can go ahead and take it and get a little certificate after you complete it.
I love that.
But you can learn the basics of different skills and stuff. So it's really cool.
I love that.
Udemy.
And there's a lot of stuff out there like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like even with relationships, if you're trying right now, it's a really tough time.
What kind of relationship? You're gonna go on YouTube.
I'm bringing us back to your title that you gave us.
Okay, we're gonna go full circle here.
So, well, don't we do that, or we're not supposed to?
Yeah, we can go full circle. That's beautiful. Let's go back to relationships again. We'll wrap it up with relationships. Little advice.
Well, and I almost forgot what I was talking about, but I think the biggest thing is you can re-educate yourself a little bit on, okay, let's say, because a lot of times people get in a rut, right? You maybe had a bad relationship or you went through something really tough. Like even on, my mom was like, you have to watch The Bachelor. So she doesn't talk like that. Anyway, you have to watch The Bachelor.
You're going to get in a lot of
so
trouble.
I've been watching The Bachelor.
You're going to have to explain this video. When she watches it, you're going to have to explain.
Okay, so she's like, you got to watch this. It's so dramatic.
How does she normally talk?
She's like, Jennifer.
You're in a lot of trouble.
I don't know.
That's all I know.
That's how look. I've talked for her like this a long time.
Okay. All right. So what about The Bachelor?
So we watched that, right? And there's a lot of these people that have come from relationships that have been really difficult.
Wait, which Bachelor was the last one that we watched?
I don't know. The most recent one.
What number is it? Like 30?
I don't even know his name.
20
I have
something?
to look it up. It's on Prime.
You can't remember his name? You
No,
watched the whole
I
thing.
did, but I don't. It's just like songs. I don't know a lot of. I love songs. I like songs, but I don't know who the artists are. And I'm sorry, artists. I love the artists. Yada yada.
He's got a kind of a funny last name. I'll tell you that.
Okay, where is my app? Oh, here it is. Okay.
So the lady is Katie.
Oh yeah, he ends up with Katie. Like
right.
He chooses her.
I can't believe you don't know his name. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm going to let
Zach?
you. Zach.
Okay,
Zach
it is
and
Zach.
Katie.
Okay.
Correct. And they're from Austin. They're both from Austin.
So, and I kind of knew, like, I was pretty darn sure that he was going to end up with her. Not that's the wrong way to say it. I thought that they would be the best match together because, and I kind of had like, I hope you pick Katie because I think that she is a good match for you.
Yeah.
But that was what, kind of what I was thinking. But
then he just fools around with the one lady, Gabby there, he fools
I
around with
believe,
her right at the end.
Well, okay, let's face it. Tell me this, folks. Do you honestly think, and I don't know, because I kind of think that all these other bachelors, bachelorettes, I think that possibly there was fooling around prior to this, but they never actually talked about it. And Zach is probably maybe the first guy that said, look, I'm going to tell her because I don't want this coming out later on in our lives where you're like, Oh my gosh!
Oh, listen,
you were just with that other girl.
What happens if it was a work and they just wanted him to say that and to do that just for
Drama.
dramatic effect?
That could absolutely be. You're like a
Yeah.
producer person. Do you
Of
think
course.
that's what happened?
It could be a work. I mean, you can't put on a show like that generates gazillions of dollars, that costs gazillions of dollars to make, without some drama and get people watching.
Yeah.
It's like Ghost Adventures and stuff like that. You
you
can't have a paranormal show and never go find a ghost or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so you have to manufacture it.
Right.
You know, it's a work. It's like WWE. Boom, boom, you know?
Right.
Boom.
Right.
So it's a work. So you've got to do that stuff to make it entertaining, to keep people
and
watching.
that doesn't mean, though, that there wasn't real, actual evidence of things that you read into.
Yeah, look at this. Look right here.
What?
Read that. Got to say the person's name. See, we're gonna.
Please don't ask me to read this stuff.
You
am
can't
terrible.
See it. Oh, she's terrible. All right. From, let me see. Weightier, J.K. Okay, is that weightier, J.K.
Weightier. I think that
it's TV. It's BS. Yes. Bam.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that Carrie? Is that my? That could be my high school friend from forever.
Oh, you forgot them?
No, I'm used to seeing Carrie.
Oh, okay.
And
is it Carrie? Carrie, say something to us if it's you.
Carrie, is it you, my best girlfriend ever in the whole world?
From where? From high school?
Yes.
Is
from
the one
elementary school.
Is that the one that ate your food?
Yes!
Okay. Wait, are you... Hold on.
She's the girl.
Hold on. I'm going to...
No!
You are...
She's like my bestest friend ever. Okay.
Okay. I was just going to say, is she the one that you would trade food off with because you had really good food from the Homesteader?
Yes, my food was healthy, but she wanted my food and I wanted her food. So we always traded because I had like super, super healthy stuff. And I did... Those people that grew up with this stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you want the white bread with the chips. Because you have, like, the whole wheat.
Some Ritz crackers.
And you have the, like, jam made from the, elderberries out in the forest. And you're like, where's the crap? That sounds bad.
Anyway, so you guys, you would exchange food and stuff like that. You'd
forever
eat
and ever, yay!
Yeah.
Kindergarten!
That wasn't
Remember...
that good?
I won't say it, but remember the hill that we used to go down sledding? Oh, I was thinking about that the other day. It's so amazing. Oh, yes, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh,
see, aren't
I
you
love you,
glad
girlfriend.
Aren't you glad that I forced you to do a live stream?
Yeah.
I forced you to do YouTube and a live stream.
Yes.
See that?
Yeah, she's...
You guys got to encourage her and stuff like that.
Remember going down...
Remember
we went down in the raft and we would pack a lunch. And then my dad would pick us up under the culvert in the road down the river.
On the river.
That was and we'd have to carry the boat over the rapids. Come on, Carrie.
You guys are dangerous.
She remembers more stuff than I do.
You guys are dangerous.
She remembers a lot more. Yeah. Did we really go all the way to your house? Seriously. I guess we did. And then your sisters, your mom. Oh, and the neighbors. And Laura and Chris. Billy. I'm sorry, another Billy. And who else? Who am I missing? Fried egg. We had fried egg and mayonnaise. Wasn't it fried egg and mayonnaise? Yes, sandwiches.
I don't
they
like
were
mayonnaise.
the best.
I only like it in tuna fish.
Fried egg and mayonnaise.
Oh my gosh. You guys are out of control.
And sometimes sliced cheese. Like the crappy kind, I think. Could have been the real deal, but I think it was a crappy kind. But, we had so much fun.
It sounds like you had a blast.
We did.
See that? This is great.
Yeah, I know. We had so much fun.
Yeah,
I miss you, girl. Back out in Idaho.
Idaho, nice.
Yeah. Yep.
They starting a militia out there?
Don't answer that.
Just checking.
No. Her husband's a realtor.
Yeah.
And
he started the militia out there?
Oh my word. No.
All right. Is he selling houses and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Or is he selling like...
No, he does.
Really?
As far as I know.
Or is he selling compounds?
Yeah, that's what he should be
I said
doing.
no malicious. That's
You
funny.
should be doing. No, I don't know what you guys are up to. I wish we did. We have to connect.
Well, here you go.
She said, you always thought my house smelled like bacon. Yes, it did. It always smelled like bacon
Really?
because they cook. Did you always cook bacon? Why did it smell like bacon? Because you were making bacon, right? You got to answer that.
Was it turkey bacon?
No, I don't think so. Like, they always had the best junk food. Sorry, Carrie, but you know what I'm talking about.
And so she would eat
We would
your
trade.
homestead food,
Yeah.
your cows,
Yes.
drink your
It
cows
was
milk,
a
whatever.
legitimate trade-off.
Yeah, and you would eat the store-bought and
Yeah.
stuff that's in the middle aisles.
It's just like somebody who
But
like
yeah, you
had to eat rice all the time, right? They're like, no, I don't ever want to eat rice again. I don't want to eat a million of one thing. Like, then,
I know, I gotta eat like M&Ms and stuff sometimes.
It was
you know,
the
like-
main course. It was the main course. Bacon, everything. Bacon, everything.
No
Yeah.
way.
That's why it smells like bacon. It's true. Yep. I do believe her telling me a little bit about that. And I think that's why, because she became very healthy. And, that's a lot of people these days, right?
Yeah.
Maybe because of their upbringing or whatever.
Now she go with the turkey bacon. Do you go with the turkey bacon now?
She does some real healthy stuff now.
Oh, nice.
Well, last time, I don't know what you were doing, Carrie. You gotta tell me. We gotta catch up. Totally.
There you go.
But she couldn't do skim milk.
Uh-huh.
She says. But I want to say she went like totally much, much healthier.
Yeah.
Kind of like, you have, when I met you, like you were like, you were very strict about what you ate. Like,
Yeah.
Very. And I was like, oh boy, I'm not that.
I'll just drag you
That
along.
healthy. I eat a lot of.
Well, you eat a lot of great stuff now, though, too.
I
though.
do. I really do.
Very healthy.
Yeah.
We eat super healthy, really.
But my goal is when I eat my one meal, I get to eat what I want. But what's crazy is, which means whatever I want.
But you eat a lot of healthy
But
stuff.
yeah, I
you
don't.
know.
I watch my portions now, guys. So my biggest thing is portions and not going crazy with just like a huge meal,
Well,
right?
what did
like
you eat
my
today?
huge meal. I'm gonna eat.
Tell everybody what you ate today.
I had like a casserole that I make. I make homemade. I either make like a vegetable noodle. There's all kinds of vegetable noodles out there.
Gluten-free.
And basically it's gluten-free, but it's made with vegetables and things. And there's a lot of veggies out there like that, or noodles out there. Like
Yeah,
that.
you get noodles or
And then
pasta that's always gluten-free.
I put actual like some plant-based cream cheese in it and cheese in a crock pot. So I make the noodles in a pan separately, but then in the crock pot I'll put in like some of my like I can a lot of stuff, so I'll put in like my jar of like Italian sauce that has mushroom. It's like a mushroom sauce, like portobello, or garlic and peppers or something like that, and sometimes even like lamb or chicken or beef in there.
Good.
And then I will put in the cream cheese and the shredded plant-based cheese. And then once the noodles are done, I'll throw that in there too. And it becomes this really thick casserole. Then at the very end, I put it into a baking dish.
You
and
put like panko on there or something like that?
Yes, I put it into a baking dish because it's very important that we watch our portion sizes, right? So if I put it into a giant bowl, you don't know really what you're taking, right? You just like plopping a bunch of stuff in a bowl and you're eating like crazy. But if you have it in a pan and it's cut, then you're careful.
Beautiful squares.
And you're much more like, okay. So like I have to go with a square that's this big because if I go with a square that's this big, then
So
half the pan.
you had your square of the casserole. And what else did you have to eat today?
So what I put on top of that is I
you're
put
still
a
on the casserole.
panko and I put a tortilla, sometimes a no salted, and I grind it in the food processor with Parmesan, and what else? Sometimes pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. So limit salts. So I just use a lot of really good fresh garlic minced up or fresh basil in there too. And then you bake that once everything is cooked in the crock pot. Oh, and I also...
I just asked you what you ate. You didn't tell me how you make it.
So this casserole is really good, though. I'm just telling you, it works for almost anything. You can add fish to that too. So you could do like codfish, and then as it cooks, you flake that up, and you like mix it all in. So now you've got your kind of Italian pasta sauce, and you've got your noodles, and you've got your fish or your chicken or your lamb or whatever, and then you've got your cheese and your plant-based cream cheese in there, and then you put it into a big 9x13, and you add your panko tortilla chip / crushed up Parmesan, and then you bake that, and
What else do you eat? You just told me how to make
kale.
the dang
I cut
thing.
up fresh kale.
Crap.
I get like maybe 6 leaves. I'm talking they're huge now.
Now, where you get those kale at?
From a garden.
There you go.
So I love fresh kale. I cut it up. Now I heat up we do quick meals. So I make a big batch of something. We put it in the refrigerator. So when we're done digging holes and doing whatever maintenance, we can just grab something and heat it up. But I don't heat up my kale it's like a salad on the side. It's so good.
Yeah, and what else do you eat? Tell everybody what you ate, not how you prepare everything. That's so long.
And then
Holy cow.
Sometimes it's a plant-based yogurt or like a frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
And then I make these bars, these green bars with this chocolate on top. You could see it on their shorts. I think I've done a...
Yeah, you can see it.
But I put like spirulina, coral, I don't know how to say half of this stuff, guys, but all the super greens, super marine greens in these bars. And it's great. All
right. So, Jennifer, if you had to just sit here and just tell me the different things you eat, just tell me the different things. Don't tell me how to make them. What do you eat? What did you eat today?
Like a salad and like a pasta that has all of the food groups in it with a little bit of meat. And then like mostly a giant bowl of dessert. That's
dessert meaning what? What did you eat today?
Frozen yogurt, the green bar.
Cool.
With like chocolate on, just a nightmare of looks like a nightmare of calories.
Yeah. And so what I ate today, I'm going to make this simpler. I just ate a piece of her casserole, a nice big square like that, and then I had some coconut milk ice cream, and that was for my dessert. And that was it. So she eats once a day. I eat twice a day, 2.5 times maybe. Sometimes.
Right. And you know. So what do you eat on your other meals?
Pretty much the same thing.
Okay. So it's just a...
what I've been doing lately, though, is I'll have my square of casserole, and instead of having the ice cream for my second meal, I'll have one or two of those bars that she makes with all the great marine greens and all these other things in there.
You guys have to get into this marine greens thing.
We're not going to talk to them about it right now. We'll do a show on that. Well, maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, because
I think that would be good.
It's such rolled oats, dates, coconut.
Well, you've got a lot of greens you've got a lot of powders.
Yeah, the powders are fantastic right now, guys. It hits you instantly. It's not like, taking a vitamin. It seems to like totally curb your appetite, and at the same time, it's almost this youthfulness. Like you get energy, your body's fulfilled.
Yeah. Hey, don't tell too much about it. You guys come back tomorrow at 6:00 again. I think that would be great, and we'll talk a lot about her different powders and stuff that she uses, the marine greens and all these other different things.
Carrie, thank you so much for connecting, and everybody on there, you guys. We're so new to this. We're sorry. We're not very good at it yet.
Whatever. Speak for yourself. I was amazing.
I'm speaking for myself.
I was freaking awesome.
And I am not good at this.
I was a disaster. It's funny.
I appreciate y'all.
In the beginning, I couldn't. Yeah.
Stop.
I couldn't even get this thing going in the beginning. It was a train wreck. Jennifer needs her own cooking. That's what I said. Didn't I tell you? that you need?
I want an outdoor kitchen. Okay, I already talked about this, but this is another project.
Of course you want an outdoor kitchen.
Another project for Will.
I know.
I have it all planned out. Okay, I have a tropical circle. You guys, you don't even know what a tropical circle is, but you're going to learn.
Yeah,
Trop circle.
Tomorrow, they're going to come back tomorrow at 6.
It has all my tropicals.
There are things you guys, that'll blow your mind that we got out here.
And I have sections, okay? Section 1, section 2. They're all underground irrigation. Okay,
come on, Jennifer, you're giving it all away.
So
Stop
what?
it.
I have to explain.
They're going to come tomorrow. They're coming
to
tomorrow. Just come tomorrow. She's going to tell you everything about everything, and it's going to be amazing. We're going to talk about trop circles. We're going to talk about sections that you can make. Turn your backyard into sections and for different stuff. We're going to talk about powders and stuff that'll make you. It'll roll back the
years.
the hands of time.
Yeah, you'll become like 20 years younger in a day.
Really? Okay. Whatever. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for stopping out, and we appreciate you. Oh, there, look at that. Teasers. There you go, teasers.
Yes.
Thank you all for coming out. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
And then we're going to come back on tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Yeah, so
Central Standard Time.
Be there or be square? I don't really know what to say.
Why are you telling people they got to be square for?
It's cool.
That's so rude.
Okay.
Anyways, thanks for stopping back.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you tomorrow. And we're going to go again at 6. We're going to get better at this stuff. We're going to be amazing at live streams pretty much. Yeah.
Yes.
Invite your friends. Tell everybody to come on over and hang out with us. Ask us questions. Anyways, have a blessed evening.
Love y'all so much.
Happy Passover. Happy Passover. There you go. We'll see you guys
later. Be blessed. Bye.
Blessed.
Love you guys. Thank you.
All right, now we're going to try to get this right, folks. Here we go. The outro, the big outro right here.
From planting trees and bushes to digging trenches, our mission is to inspire you to start your very own do-it-yourself project.
Whether you're a novice that's never cut a board or a seasoned professional that can't seem to get off the couch, we want to motivate you through the power of positivity.
And not only do we want to inspire and motivate y'all,
we also want to help brighten your day.
So join us for weekly do-it-yourself fun-filled videos.
That's right, and we know you guys got a lot of options out there. So if you enjoy this sort of content, please subscribe to our channel.
Interact with us. We want to hear from you.
That's right.